Hey guys, it's Rahul from Reach Digital, and today I'll be going over how to actually set up TikTok ads for your account in 2022. So last year we actually had a great year with TikTok, ran a couple of successful accounts, and today I'll basically be going over the account setup, TikTok pixel setup, creating your ads, and where to find winning TikTok ads. Again, if this video helps you, please subscribe, comment below on any questions you might have, and I'm sure to answer it as soon as I can. So now, since we're on the screen, the first thing you want to do is actually go to ads.tiktok.com. Now this will take you to a page something similar like this, which is basically TikTok for business. If you haven't got an account, we're actually just going to walk through creating one from scratch. So simply click sign up now, and I'm basically going to use an email I haven't used before. So I'll just type it here. And then you basically want to go through the send code verification process. Once you've actually verified the code on the previous page, you'll get to a page something similar to this. Now this is basically TikTok trying to find a bit more about your business and the information in your business. So business legal name, the industry you're in, so that'll be e-commerce for us. We'll just go home and decor. I'm currently in New Zealand, so I'll have the New Zealand time zone and also the currency. I'll enter my name and the business and click register, and we can see what shows next. Once you've actually gone through the last page, you'll come onto this page, which is basically going through your company details. Again, a bit more in depth, so your company website, talk a bit about your business, the billing address, tax information. Now, if you're in New Zealand, you can actually add your own tax ID here. I added my own GST number for my other account, but yeah, again, if you have a verified business, it's great to actually add that in. You can set up automatic and manual payments. Now, automatic payments is similar to Facebook, where when it hits a threshold, you will get billed. Manual payments is something where you add in a certain amount of money before you actually go ahead and spend it. So, for example, let's say I have a marketing budget of $100, and I go ahead and top up my account with $100. I can go ahead and spend that $100, and once it hits there, TikTok ads will actually turn off my existing ads. So it's always better to go with the automatic payment unless you're on a tight budget. Then you want to go ahead and choose the manual payment option. Now, for the purpose of this video, I've actually switched back to my original account that actually has some data on it, so I can actually walk through some account creation stuff. But we'll basically be blurring some of this data as it's got some client information on it. So if you do have questions about anything that is blurred out, please let me know and I will answer it. But basically, once you go through the sign up process, you'll have to go through a payment process of adding your payment details. Now, this is a dashboard that you come to as well once you've gone through all of that. In order to actually start creating campaigns, we can head over to the campaign tab, and then we can actually go ahead and click create. Now from here, TikTok has multiple different options that you can actually go through. So reach, traffic, similar to what Facebook ads has. But again, there's a few things that are different on the TikTok ad platform compared to Facebook ad platform. So I usually go with conversions, but you can choose any of the excuse me, any of the following here that actually apply to you. So if you are an app, you can choose app installs, but mostly for e-commerce, we'll be going with conversions. So now let's actually go through a quick account structure template I usually go through. I'll also link some more information in the description on some templates I've discussed with TikTok, the TikTok team actually. So campaign, YouTube test campaign. We have the option to create a split test or actually use CBO. I would recommend for testing to go with ABO to start with, and then slowly navigate to CBO as you find some winners and some audiences and creatives that are doing well. So for this, I will actually click continue. Now this will bring up the ad group section where you can either use an existing one or create new. Now for this, we actually have to go ahead and set up the pixel, which we can do on Shopify. I can walk through it real quick. It's actually only a few clicks. So before we actually continue with this, we'll go ahead and switch over to Shopify to set up the pixel. So now once you've navigated over to Shopify, we want to actually go ahead and type TikTok in the Shopify App Store. So we want to click on this. Now this will be adding the sales channel, similar to how we have Pinterest and Facebook and Instagram. So once we go ahead and add that sales channel, TikTok will actually go through a similar process to what Facebook has when it comes to setting up your account. So I'll let this load and I'll come back to it. Cool. So now once we've actually added the TikTok sales channel, we can find it on the left hand side. Once you click that, you'll come up to something like this actually, where you can actually sell products on TikTok and actually sign up for TikTok marketing. Now once you click connect, it will prompt you to enter your email and password, similar to what you entered before when you registered on TikTok ads. Once you enter it, you'll go through a brief. It will find your TikTok's ad manager and also data sharing. You want to make sure data sharing is on maximum. I think it will show multiple options similar to how Facebook is actually set up. And then payment will basically be adding your payment card, whatever your payment system is, to actually pay for TikTok ads. So now that we've gone through the pixel setup, it's super quick. We can go ahead and start carrying on setting up the ad group. So once you've chosen your pixel, you want to go ahead and choose. Now for this, I'd choose add to cart. Again, this is just a brief warning because we haven't used this account for a bit, but add to cart is a good way to start. You ideally want to test both from the start, but add to cart will actually help your pixel and account get more optimization events, and you want to slowly build up that data on the account before you go ahead and actually start targeting for purchases. So it's always a good way to start with add to cart. Slightly different to Facebook, I know, but we have seen this work across a couple of accounts, and it's really built up that data on the account. For placements, you want to click select placement. You want to untick these two. Basically, they're not available in most of the countries. I usually turn off use video download, leave automated creative optimization off. These are your usual audiences that you can add. So lookalike audience or custom audiences, you can add them in here. I can go through that in another video. It's a bit more deeper, but this is just keeping it super simple and super basic. For location, we will choose United States. And this is where I guess your targeting and everything comes into play. So you've got your gender, age groups, languages, interests, and behaviors. Now, TikTok has different types of interests and behaviors you can go for. You can go for watch till end, liked, commented. There's heaps of different categories you can choose as well. Once you actually start running ads, TikTok actually has a recommended amount of interest in categories, which has actually worked really well across a lot of accounts. So if you are setting up a new ad group later on, you can actually click select all and it will apply it to your ad group. Again, it's something to test. It works great for our accounts personally. But usually on the first go, I like to have one ad group which is broad. So if I have a men's only product, I will choose men's 18 and above. And I usually select it all and leave it broad. So by broad is having no interests in it and just using the age and demographics as your targeting. Again, when we scroll down, we've got the budgets. So we can go with $30 a day. You can also add your scheduling in. Excuse me. And then you've got your bidding strategy. So you've got cost caps and lowest cost. So lowest cost is basically similar to Facebook, where it will spend daily. You are bidding against others in that for that interest. Cost cap I wouldn't recommend at the start, but it's something definitely to test after you've got a bit of data on the account. So again, go ahead with lowest cost. So the next stage should be actually setting up the ads. Now, TikTok will actually create a default name. You can go ahead and change that to whatever it may be. You also want to, if you want to run Spark ads, you want to add your TikTok account. So you'll have to turn this on and it will actually prompt you to sign up via your current TikTok account. So that might be your business account that you want to run ads on. In order to do that, you will have to turn this on. So that's one thing you should look into doing if you want to run Spark ads. Another option is to run regular ads, which you can do either through your account or even setting up a custom identity. You just have to click on this toggle and click create new custom identity, which will basically be almost a replica of your current business account, and you can call it whatever and add a logo. So if we scroll further down into the ad format, we've got single video and collection ads. I personally haven't tested collection ads, so I can't really give advice on that, but usually go for single ads. So you can upload your creative here, and then if you're creating new ad groups and new ads, you can actually use the uploaded creative and click from library, or you can go ahead and use TikTok's tools to create ads based on some templates they currently have, which I haven't tested either, but I don't really see the value in it just yet, because it doesn't really look like TikTok's. It's not really native to the platform. It looks really ad-like, and I don't think it would do as well compared to something that's recorded either via an influencer or yourself for your business. And then you've got your text here, which usually I like to keep between I guess like 5 words, because it does overlap if you keep typing. So like, this is the new YouTube. See, and then it goes into the next line, like around there. So usually you want to keep it to about here, and something sharp. Usually I like to create, reuse the Facebook headlines in here. They work really great. Or you can just have things like free shipping available now. Again, I will leave that up to you guys in the creativity. There are interactive add-ons. I think this is in beta testing for our account. I don't think everyone has this at the moment, but I think it will work great in the future. So things like polls, I think there's like countdown timers and also code stickers. So this could be great for like if you've got a sale. I think things like this would work amazing. They're more interactive, can engage the audience more. And then you've got a call to action, which is either dynamic or standard. Dynamic will basically, I guess, change. It'll be different for every ad and see what works well. It'll optimize it for you. Standard, you'll just have you can choose what you want. Shop now is usually what I like to go for. And then you've got the URL where you want to go. So the URL will also involve some UTM parameters. I highly recommend that, because lately TikTok's platform has been quite inconsistent with the conversions it shows on platform versus off platform. So I would recommend to add UTM parameters and download a post-purchase survey, which basically allows your users, once they've completed an order, it gives them a brief survey to go through and tell you where they've come from, so you can kind of analyze your data and see where your purchases are coming from. Again, that is a brief overview of how to actually set up your account. So once you've gone through an ad here, you can actually click the add button here and keep creating more ads. The ideal structure I would recommend would be 1 campaign, 2 to 3 ad groups, and then for each ad group I would have 3 ads for the ad group. And that's basically the structure I would go with if you're just starting off and having an add to cart optimization. Again, feel free to test both add to cart and purchase optimization. It works for different accounts, but I have been recommended to try add to cart optimization, and it has worked for all of our accounts so far. So now that we've actually gone through the account setup, pixel setup, and how we structure the current campaigns, I will actually go through some winning ad creatives and actually how to find TikTok ad inspiration. So what you want to do is head over to Google and type TikTok ads creative center and click on the one-stop creative solution for TikTok. Now this will show trend discovery, audio library, and top ads. Basically TikTok curates it based off certain results like click-through rate, and a few other results they haven't really exposed, but mostly it's through click-through rate. So even though some of the ads might get high click-through rate, they might not get a lot of purchases, but it's a good reference point to start with. So You can choose your country, the industry. I usually go e-commerce, and then objective. So this is quite a cool one to choose as well. So for us, it'd be conversions, and then other. You've got different types of things like duration, which is quite cool, horizontal, vertical. But yeah, we just leave it as is. So you can actually go through a different. I don't know how they got approved. You can actually see different types of ads from different brands and creators. Some people also run a lot of Spark ads lately, which is good. But yeah, this will just give you inspiration on what to actually create. You want to create TikToks, not ads. Things that people can actually engage with and show a bit of your product as well. So things like this work great. For skincare brands, day in the life is actually a great thing to record for TikTok. A lot of clothing brands are on lately, which is good to see as well. So a lot of influencers can collab with them. But again, it's just a starting point. So you want to have a great hook, things like this. Using automated voices in your TikToks, again, is a great starting point. Just features that people are comfortable with on the platform, and then incorporating that in your ads. Super simple. You don't need a huge creative team to create TikToks. You can literally, if you're a one man team, you can create TikToks yourself, or get a friend to do it and just send them the product over and a brief script and structure of what you want. Create 3 to 4 different TikToks and start running ads on that, and then see what works and then iterate on that. That would be basically the structure to go for. This is actually quite common as well. So green screen. If I click on it, I'm not sure. Yeah, a green screen approach. Well, actually, it's a screen recording, but some people actually use these for green screens as well, where they'll stand in the back, talk a bit about the product as well, which is quite cool. It also tells you a bit more information about it. They used to have an advertiser option as well, but it doesn't show that anymore. Also shows you the different captions they're testing. And this might be old. I'm not sure if they're still running Black Friday. Bit worrying if they are. But anyway, this is probably the best place to get TikTok inspiration from in terms of ads. Again, if you do have questions about this in particular, or how to use this tool in more depth, please let me know and I will get back to it as soon as I can. So that concludes today's video on actually how to set up TikTok ads in 2022. There's still a lot more to go through and talk about, so I will create possibly a part 2 to this, in terms of how to actually grow and scale it, along with some data that I could possibly share from some clients if they let me. It would be great to share that type of information, so a bit more transparent on my current channel. Again, if you have any questions, please comment below and I will answer as soon as I can. Peace.